Hello Cancers, welcome to your August 2025 General Tarot reading with me, Coco, here at Birdsong Musings Tarot. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you consider subscribing to the channel, sticking around, leaving a comment, or liking the video if the reading lands and resonates for you. And if you're not new here, welcome back. As always, this is a general reading. It is not a private reading. So it's not going to land with absolutely everybody. So if that is happening for you, if you feel like it's not resonating, do please consider checking out the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. If you don't know those signs, you can just Google free birth chart, put in your birth time and birth date, and that should tell you your moon and rising signs. I've already gone ahead and pulled the nitty-gritty, the details of your reading, and I was laughing through this reading. Just because I feel like I'm talking specifically to Cancers who are very stubborn, okay? And it feels like there's somebody here in this reading who's a Cancer who just needs to be like screamed at by the universe in order to do something. I mean, it's almost entirely major arcana here. There's a lot to be said. We'll get into it, but first we're going to pull some general energies, and then we're going to pull 3 different cards of advice for you at the end of the reading, because what's a good tarot reading without some good and comprehensive advice? So what's the theme of their August? Wow. All right, well, like I swear to God, these cards today with your reading, they're like flying out. They were like freaking out when I was pulling your details. Yeah, peaks of joy and listening. So you've got a 6 card and an 8 card, and there's lots of 3s across your reading. There's lots of 10s across the reading. 3s are the card of like being around people, collaborating with people, talking with people. So I feel like August may be a busy month for you. I do see you kind of, though, very pensive, extremely serious as well about something. Like you're having a hard time, I feel like, having fun in the month of August, but we're going to get into that later. Peaks of joy. You're happy about something in the month. There is joy here, especially when it comes to being around people. I feel like this is harmony. This is feeling good. I really feel like it's about being outside for you. You're somebody who definitely likes to be outside, outdoors, in nature. There's something about that coming through, because what I'm getting here with this card is like wind. You can see the clouds here, but my guides are just giving me like the feeling of a breeze on my face and like being in wind. So I don't know if you're experiencing that when you're watching this reading, but take that message as it resonates. You've also got the listening card. There is an elephant with music notes on this card. So if you're a musician, or if elephants are your favorite animal, if they're important to you, you know, that's extra confirmation for you. Elephants, of course, are famed for their memories, but also for their hearing. They can hear frequencies like in the ground. So again, there's something about nature like grounding you in the month of August. If you're able to get outside, I think that would be a really good idea for you. I mean, these are the themes, so I feel like you will be doing that. You will be listening to your body and listening to what your needs are in that aspect. But this is also about the power of sound, not only listening to music and the healing properties of music, but also reading between the lines with the things that you hear. Keeping your ears open, keeping your eyes open for things. I feel like you have your ear to the ground is the sense that I'm getting from this card. Like your ears to the ground for opportunities. There's something, oh, this is really cute. This is actually really cute. I'm noticing that there's a little bird perched on the elephant's head, and this is Birdsong Musings Tarot. So that is very significant for me as a reader to see this. But yeah, you are very much sitting back and observing. It feels like at work, at social functions, you're kind of like sitting back and listening to people, listening to what's being said, and kind of seeing through anything that you feel like is a little bit dodgy. Maybe there's people who are like saying one thing, but their actions are telling you another. So you're going to see right through that in the month, but also music is coming up here with this card. So if you are going to a concert, or if you are like going out and dancing or seeing a show of any sort, that's coming up here as well. Ooh, let me get that card. I think it's the exchanging gifts card. And I was right. I got a glimpse of pink on this card. This is a 9 card, so this is, yeah, a feeling of completion or a feeling of just harmony, feeling very good. You could be exchanging gifts with people, giving gifts, receiving gifts in this month. This card is very like cutesy. There's a cat on it. It's very pink. So maybe this is like your style. I am picking up on getting a gift for yourself. Okay, so maybe you're getting a gift for yourself in this month of August, treating yourself with something. All right, you might have a cat too. So let's move on into the details of the reading. Now, the reason I said I was laughing through your reading, not only because I feel like you Cancerians, some of you watching this are very stubborn, and like the universe finds it hard to get messages through to you, but you just showed up smack dab as the first card in the reading because the moon was the very first card that I pulled. So you are very clearly, authentically like, hey, what's going on in this reading? You are here very strong, very authentically yourself. And it feels like you're getting to know yourself better in this month. It feels like you've had a recent realization, or you're going to have one in August. And it feels like through this realization, you get to know yourself better. You almost see like the dark side of the moon. Like you see the shadow side of yourself, or you see parts of yourself across August that, you know, you haven't seen in a while, or that haven't made themselves known to you in a while. Maybe that you've been hiding for a little bit. And I feel like you're now coming out in the open. But it's not easy. It's not easy because there's a transition here that you're thinking about across August that you kind of don't know how to go about. You're a bit confused about it. You've got this Justice card. So there is a sense of, I feel, imbalance in your life, like fundamentally. And you're trying to find ways to create balance. You're trying to find ways of saying, okay, how can I make myself happy almost? Because you've got this 7 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles. It feels like you're not happy where you are. And you're confused about what you want. Maybe it is that you know what you want, but it feels like there's a lot of obstacles or things happening around you. It feels like you have so much going on that you can't dial in and get to that single place. It feels hard. You have to kind of mire through the details. You have to kind of wade through these details, or it feels just difficult right now to get a clear mind and clear path forward. And it feels like this has to do with your work, or with the ways you make money, or your singlehood. So like your independence, your self-sufficiency, how you show up in the world, your goals and things like that. And it also may have to do with your health. You've got Pentacles here, and the Pentacles speak to the body. So you may be feeling a little bit unbalanced when it comes to your health. You may be having some health issues. Sorry for any ambient noise. My dog, you can hear probably his bone being flung around the ground right now. So you may be experiencing health issues and rebalancing them in the month, but it may feel like a bit of a struggle, or like you don't really know which medicine to take. You don't know if you want to see your doctor or if you want to see a new doctor. So there is that energy coming up here as well. Now, you may also be dealing with a legal situation. So some kind of legal paperwork, or something that feels big in terms of like going to court, or being on somebody's will, writing your own will. And it's, again, a confusing thing. It feels like a very big task to do, and you're not really quite sure how to go about this. But you're trying to go about it in August. It feels like you're trying to either find this balance with your health and your home life or your work life, or you're trying to get this legal situation or paperwork, you're trying to get it in hand. Now you've got the Hermit. smack dab in the middle of this deck, this is Virgo energy. You've also got Libra energy here. So it does feel like around Virgo and Libra time, of course, Virgo is at the end of August. Libra is end of September into October. It feels like this will be happening until that time. So until October, you'll be kind of going through this situation that we talk about today. Hermit energy is inward. It's kind of closed off. Hermits are looking and examining their purpose, and it feels like the word research is coming up quite a bit right now. So research, that's what my guides are telling me. So you are taking this time in August to research something. Maybe you are a researcher and you're really working on research. Maybe you are looking at a new path forward with education or work or family, retirement, and you're researching a lot about it. I really strongly get that because my guides are like really harping on it right now. Yeah, they're saying you're good at it. So like it's not going to be super hard for you to get information actually, but it's just about the time. It's about like putting the time and effort into doing the due diligence to kind of like excavate what you need to know. And what you need to know about has to do with a recent realization or a realization that is happening for you in August. You've got the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Cups. You're trying to step up to a different path. You're trying to leave something behind that once worked for you, or maybe it didn't even work for you. Maybe that's what you're realizing. But you're trying to leave something behind and do things differently or try something new for your future. It does feel like you are trying to move away or move on to something new because you've also got the Six of Swords that showed up here. So that is again transition. And the Ace of Swords also speaks to truth. And I feel like you're being honest with yourself in this month, radically honest with yourself in a way that maybe you haven't been in the past. Like this is you facing up to something, being accountable for something. Just there's some realizations happening. And I do feel like you are learning a lot about yourself this month because of that. The Wheel of Fortune is here as well. This is the 10 card. So you literally got 9, 10, and 11. All major arcana. And major arcana speak to big underlying themes of life. So in August, you have a lot of major life themes popping up, and it feels like you are making some serious headway in terms of a huge life transition in August, which is very exciting. Wheel of Fortune speaks to something closing and ending. This is a chapter that's ending. And again, here's you, Eight of Cups, saying, yep, I know that. I know this chapter's ending. I just recently noticed it. So, give me some time. Seven of Cups, I'm like, yeah, I'm just noticing it. So I'm a little confused. I'm getting my shit together. I'm going to be good, but give me some time. And the Wheel of Fortune speaks to Jupiter, and it speaks to Sagittarius. So you could have Sagittarius as a moon or rising sign. You could have Libra or Virgo or Pisces as your moon or rising sign. There is a Venus-Jupiter conjunction happening on August 11th. So that's a really fruitful time for you, I feel like, Cancers, because it's happening in the sign of Cancer. So around August 11th, I feel like this situation will be very much on the forefront of your mind because Jupiter expands everything it touches. If something is in the realm of Jupiter, it has to be on the forefront of your mind because Jupiter won't let it be in the background. Jupiter is like, look at this. And Jupiter is a very benevolent planet. It's luck. It's kind of encouraging. Jupiter wants you to succeed. It wants you to grow. So this is what's growing for you in the month of August. This period of, okay, I need to change things up. I need to do things differently. And I need to do it in a way that makes me feel my most independent, free, and self-sufficient self. So you've also got the Queen of Swords here, which tells me that you are doing this in a very logical manner. Again, with this research that came up, you're doing your due diligence. The Queen of Swords is very smart and witty, but she's very organized. She plans. She doesn't just do things on a whim. And so you're approaching this from a very much left brain perspective of things. You're making lists, you're gathering all the information, and then moving on, later on down the line, you can kind of excavate and say, okay, well, what feels good to me here? It feels like right now you just need to kind of get on top of the details. Now this Moon card, you can't make it up. This Moon card is clarified by Judgment, another major arcana card. And this is the card of rebirth, of becoming a new person, of answering for choices you have made. And it does feel like you are doing that. You're answering for your choices, thinking about the choices you've made in life. The Wheel of Fortune is here again. Chapter is ending. The Devil, another major arcana. Now, I feel like this Devil card speaks to the sign of Capricorn. Where it lands in your chart or the transits you've been going through. If there has been a recent transit where something goes through Capricorn in your chart, or if you have a certain sign in Capricorn, it feels significant here. It actually could be Jupiter. Jupiter or Saturn could be in Capricorn for you, Cancer, so do take a look at that. But it's like because things are changing astrologically on that front, you're able to move forward into a calmer part of life. So I'm not sure if that makes sense in your chart astrologically, but I would highly recommend looking at that. Now, in your recent past, you've got the Page of Pentacles. You've started up something new recently, a new job, you're a student, a new relationship, or you've been looking deeper at health struggles that you've been having. I am getting the energy of somebody finally doing something for pains that they've been having, or like a pattern of things with their health, and they're finally kind of saying, I'm going to go to the doctor now, or okay, something's going on here, I kind of want to take care of it. This is also somebody who's opening a business, so you might have a small business. You may have recently started investing in a retirement fund. You may have recently started paying off a mortgage. Okay, so this is like you at the beginning steps of a process when it comes to money or finances. And I see here that you're not really telling many people about it. You got the Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. There's an air of uncertainty of saying, I don't really know if I want to tell people about it. I don't feel very confident in this right now. So I'm going to keep it on the low. I'm not going to tell too many people about it. It may not even succeed. I may not even stick it out. So what's the point of telling many people? That's kind of the air here. Or feeling like because you're at the beginning stages of it, you maybe feel insecure about that. Maybe you feel like you want to retire, but you don't yet have the funds to do so. And maybe you're at retirement age and everybody around you is retiring, but you're like, I need to work for a little bit longer. I'm not yet at that stage. So you're kind of like keeping things away, keeping things hidden in that sense. At home, things look really nice. You got the Six of Cups. So if you have children, you're spending quite a bit of time with your kids. If you have fur babies, you're spending time with them as well. This is feeling like very comfortable in your home. And I know that Cancers, I'm a Cancer as well. I'm a Cancer sun, and our homes are everything to us, everything. So if you don't feel comfortable at home as a Cancer, you don't feel comfortable anywhere. So I feel like this is really important to you, and you feel like there's a really loving environment at home. You're around people that you love, and the Paladin is here as well as a clarifier. So there's somebody at home who helps you. So if you have kids, maybe you have a spouse who also helps you, or a co-parent who's helping you out a lot right now. The Iris is here, and the Moon is in this card, so that also speaks to Pisces. You've also got the Moon in your reading, so there could be a Pisces in your life, maybe your child or your spouse, or your mom, your sister, your siblings, your chosen family, somebody important to you, maybe a Pisces. And of course, Pisces are also water signs, and home is also very important to them as well. Now, work. Okay, Cancers, I feel like there is something about your job or about work that is majorly shifting around this time. And it may be that this whole situation of wanting to strike out on a new path, having a realization, wanting to start a transition or being in a transition, I feel like for some of you, it definitely has to do with work. There is some kind of weird mindset with work right now for you. I'm picking up on the devil right here. And it's this mindset of back and forth. It's like you're addicted to having your one foot out the door. Four of Swords is here. So you feel quite relaxed and quite chill. Work feels very quiet for you right now, mentally. It could be that you're going on some vacation days, maybe because August is summer, so you could be taking some vacation, or work just feels very calm. It doesn't feel like a hard job at the moment, but the devil is here, and I want to clarify this a bit. Thank you. The moon. Yeah, that's what this situation is about. Five of Pentacles. It doesn't bring in the money that you want it to. Perhaps you feel like you need more from the job, but it could also feel like at the job you're not accepted, or things don't feel like you can be yourself. Four of Pentacles, it brings in enough money. It brings in enough, but it feels like it's not the amount that you want. There's potentially a person at work who, is kind of keeping it hidden that they're not really on your side for things. Maybe you've noticed it, but other people haven't, or maybe you don't even know it, Cancers. And I don't want to sow paranoia here, but the moon is here. So this is either like a hidden, unhealthy mindset you have about work, or this is about somebody at work who's kind of not really helping you out, to say the least. Now, there's also something here about a mindset when it comes to money. Things have been hard with work and money, definitely, at least as of recent for you. And I feel like there's a lot to unpack here, and I don't have the time to do so. But yeah, I do feel like this situation is about you trying to go back to school to make more money, switching careers. Now at the end of August, we've got the Star card. This again is a major arcana, Aquarius energy, and this is you really excited with your forward thinking. You're dreaming, you're saying, what do I want for my future? What do I want for the long run? And there's lots of planning happening. Again, lots of research, the Three of Wands. You're really planting your seeds now. Now you're putting things out to the universe. It feels less like a step one and more like a step two if, you're just making progress. You've also got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. So you are like the bearer of this cup here. You are letting your emotions guide you right now at the end of the month. You're feeling happy, fulfilled, and you want to reach a level of contentment, emotional contentment, where you feel purposeful. It feels like you're getting some good time in water, so in the ocean or near a lake or a river. That could be happening for you. But yeah, it just feels like you're embarking on this new journey, and things just ramp up at the end of August. And it's exciting. It feels healing as well. I feel like there is a lot of healing around your purpose and self-worth when it comes to how you make money or how you see yourself or show up in the world. There's something here about like feeling, okay, this is where I belong, or this is what I'm meant to do. I'm not going to run from it. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get your advice cards. Vision. So you are thinking in the long term. I do feel like you have a long-term vision, and you've got heal underneath. I'm going to read the message of this card, which I don't usually do for this deck. Vision is more than physical sight. It's also being able to reflect on the past through the lens of experience to gain a better understanding of the future. It's the gift of being able to imagine the future, framed by the illumination of hope and possibility. consider scrying to activate a different part of your inner sight to divine hidden meaning. This is about seeing through the current present circumstances and seeing what can be. Vision also speaks to intuition, to being able to see beyond what's happening right now, being able to feel into what's happening. It's using that third eye vision, right? The eye is here, it's that third eye. So you might want to work on opening up your third eye if you are into the woo-woo stuff like I am. And you might also consider scrying. Scrying is when you look into a bowl of water or an orb. It's kind of that quintessential image of a magic ball. Somebody looking into a magic ball, that's considered scrying. A lot of people do it now with water. Okay, let's see what the rest of these cards have to say for you. What do you have to say, these Cancer Spirit? Beautiful. You've got the Peace and Harmony card. This is the Center card. A balanced energy from the center embraces you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Pressure, burdens, and fear finally disappear. It is a perfect time to recharge. Listen to your inner voice and affirm your purpose in life. You are anchored. So this is a positive omen. You are feeling grounded right now. I feel like whatever you're doing is very much grounded in practicality. It does feel like a serious time because of that research energy coming through, but there's pressure, burdens, and fear that are finally disappearing for you. So it feels like things are becoming more clear as you move through the month and as you kind of like sort through the steps that you have to take. The Seven of Cups, once you kind of get past all the details and hidden things that you have to take care of, I feel like things clear up. Last but not least, we are getting a Tree Keeper's Oracle card. This will tell us more about the lesson of this time for you, Cancers. Now I'm seeing the Subconscious card. Oh, you've got 24, Keeper of Flow. The Subconscious card looks very, very similar. So maybe that's why they showed me it, or maybe I just thought it was the Keeper of Subconscious. 24 is again another 6 card, which is popping up across your reading, and 6 is balance and harmony in numerology. So let's get this message for you. Oh, well, Keeper of the Subconscious is 25, this is 24. So, all day, every day, the heart of your life tree performs one function. It regulates flow. It speaks one language, open and close. When we allow our heart to navigate our life, it's much easier to determine if a person, place, or opportunity is aligned with our highest good or not. First, ask yourself, does the situation align with my flow? Does it feel upstream or downstream? And second, does this situation open me up and make me feel more possible and more alive? Or does it make me feel small, cramped, or less than? These are the only 2 directions the heart knows. More of what opens us up and less of what closes us down. You're being asked to listen to its simple directives in order to set a course for your own true north. That's what this reading is all about, your true north. And finally, listening to your heart. Finally letting yourself open up to what you actually want and being in the flow. So it does feel like your subconscious is now, like the veil is thinner and you're able to tap into that better. Again, like your third eye is opening up, or you're getting just more downloads. You're feeling more in tune, more balanced with your heart and your mind and your soul. So that's the lesson, to be in the flow, Cancers. And you're water signs, but you're also crabs. So it's like you want to kind of sit on the rock and you want to stay on the rock. And you're going to grab onto the seaweed with your pincers and you won't let it move you around too much. You don't want to move from the rock. I feel like we're not great at change, but once we do succumb and surrender to what we want, nothing can stop us. So yeah, that is all I have for you, Cancerians. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it was helpful. And if it was, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel or leaving a comment, of course. I will see you next time for these September general readings. I can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah, take very good care in the meantime, and I'll see you in September.